Welcome back, OSLP family.
Welcome.
You are listening to our Sleep Life podcast, and this is Kelly.
This is Mel.
And we are back.
Yeah,
my gosh. I feel like we went so long, like, doing just interviews. And so now that we're, like, back in a groove doing just the two of us.
It's fun.
I'm like, focus.
It's almost like we forgot how much fun it is when it's just us two.
Which is so funny because that's why we started it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. There's always a call. There's always a call.
No, I don't.
But it wasn't your mom this time, so that's funny.
No, it's this woman that, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Kelly says it's fine.
We'll deal with this woman later.
Yeah. So, or
Sweet.
not at all.
Ever. I'm down with that.
Because I hate your face. So, I'm not going to say your name because I hate you, but
Stop calling.
Stop calling me. Stop texting me. Yeah. Anyways, so we are going to discuss intuitive eating or the more basic way of saying mindful eating.
Yes. I think it's important because throughout this journey, you're going to have to go back to it all the time.
Yes. And I've kind of fallen away from it.
It happens.
And so I'm trying to work my way back into, okay, I saw this really good post.
Okay.
And it said tips to like realize that your hunger, like if you're full.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Because it's really easy to figure out when you're full when you're newly post-op.
Yeah, because you feel it immediately.
Yeah. So you'll take a bite and you'll be like, oh, I'm so full.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. And so, but as you get later in your process, it's harder and harder to figure out like that line of being full to, oh God, I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, because like I can fit like 3 sushi rolls now with no fucking problem.
Yeah.
And it feels real weird. And then like I'll take a drink of water and then I'm like, wait, that was too soon. Still have that problem. And I felt super full and just in pain. I was just like, ugh. And in your head, you're like, 5 minutes, just breathe. It'll go down. But it's just like the shit still happens later, guys. Like, you just have to.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I actually, Zach and I do it all the time. So we'll be eating and I'll like cut out a bite and he'll be like, don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to be in pain. And I do the same thing to him. I'm like, I literally put a plate on top of his yesterday morning.
Oh, that's funny. You're like,
and
stop.
I was like, nope, that's enough.
There you go.
Because I mean, sometimes you need somebody to sit there and be like, don't do it. You're going to be in pain because we understand what we're going to go through. It's not just the normal before surgery. Like you'd be full, but it's like not the same type of feeling.
Well, you're right. It's weird because like before we'd be like, oh, well, we're in pain. It's not a big deal. But now we know why we're in pain. I think that's what fucks with us. We're like,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like I actually overate and I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So now like all this stuff starts reeling. But before you just like, oh, that's I guess just what I did. Like not a big deal.
Yeah. Like all you can eat pasta from Olive Garden. Like we would eat massive amounts of pasta. And then I'd be like rolling myself out of there. But like an hour later, we're getting ice cream or something.
It was weird. Like that was almost like an accomplishment back then.
It was.
Right?
It really was.
Yeah. Like when you go to all you can eat, you're like, let's see how much I can do.
Yeah. You're like, I'll put down 5 bowls.
Yeah.
Son.
Yeah. Like, come on. I need a shirt for this shit. Like that's, but like now it's like
you just ran a marathon.
Yeah. Seriously. And now it's shameful. We're just like, why do we do that?
Yeah. It's awful some days.
So I think it's like we're just so much more aware. So much
Definitely.
more aware now.
And I think being aware goes right in the line of being mindful of what you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you're mindful to the point where you're like, restricting yourself so much, because when you're newly post-op, you really do restrict yourself because you only have so much room.
Yeah, you have a physical restriction in the process. So there's nothing you can do about that. So
but once you hit like 6 months, you're able to start like kind of adding more in, I think.
What do you mean by that?
Like,
because I waited a real long time and so did you on adding shit in.
No, I mean like because for the first like 6 months, all I ate was meat and cheese.
Right. Yeah.
Like because you have such a limited room.
Right.
Being mindful of what you're eating is more of like, okay, I'm only eating protein. But once I hit that 6 month mark, I was like, okay, I can have a few bites of vegetables. I can because you have a little bit more room, like wiggle room in your pouch.
Yeah.
So then you start eating in like, okay, I'll have a bite of potato. I'll have, so that it becomes, once you start adding those things in, I feel like your mindfulness kind of veers off a little bit.
Interesting.
For me, it did.
Yeah, I don't think that happened for me until I was going from 2 to 3.
Okay.
Because like my meals, like because Eric prepped all the, like he's the cook.
True.
So he portioned my stuff out to exactly what I was supposed to have. And so it was super easy for me. And then I knew because we weighed all of our food for a very long time. So we have a weigher and we would do that every time. So the first, thank you. A scale.
A weigher.
A weigher. A scale. So I knew what the portions were and I would put it in the Fitness Pal like religiously for the first year and a half. So like I was always keeping track. It was until I stopped the Fitness Pal and I stopped wearing the Fitbit. That's when I veered because I stopped tracking.
Okay. So part of mindfulness is using a scale.
Yeah.
And they even have, I've seen them on Amazon, they have scales that fit in your purse.
Yes, they do. They're kind of cute.
I kind of want one. I'm not going to lie because I'm like,
we should reach out to them.
This would be, I mean, that would be really cool to have because I think, so I never weighed my food. Not really.
Oh, yeah. We were like every meal.
I just like put my food together and just ate what I could.
Gotcha.
And half the time I threw half of it away. But I really think that if I started weighing my food, I think it would, or putting it into
a tracker,
like Fitness Pal or something. Because I don't think the Beartastic app really applies to me much anymore because I'm so far out.
I mean, I never used it, but that's because it wasn't around when I first started.
Yeah.
So I don't really know if it pertains to you now or not. I mean, I imagine it kind of does because it has the water, the protein stuff. Like you can track everything.
Yeah. Well, and I've heard that MyFitnessPal actually has more like memory of like foods and stuff. So like you can search a lot of what you're eating.
Them. You can just scan the barcode.
And I know you can do that with Beartastic, but maybe I'll look into the Fitness Pal and,
back and forth
and kind of see what I want. And I need to start wearing my watch.
Yep.
I don't have my watch. I got this brand new Apple Watch and I've probably worn it like 4 times.
Yep. So we're going to have to get back on that because that helps me at least too. What I did notice, like, I don't know if you had this problem before, but like I wanted to clear my plate. You know, it felt almost like I'm done type deal. So that's one of the reasons why we weighed everything out. And that's only what you're allowed to have.
Because you're more of a, I got to clean my plate person.
That's what I've been taught since I was a kid. Like, better clear that plate because we don't know when the next food's going to be. You clear it.
I mean, my godmom, Bonnie, she was like that.
Yeah.
So she made all the kids clear their plates. My mom was not like that. So she was like, if you're not hungry anymore, then it's fine.
Yeah, it was a sign that something was wrong with your food. It was like, what's wrong with it? Why aren't you eating it?
It was like disrespect.
They're like, did I not make it right? Like it was very like, what did I do wrong for you not to want to eat all the food?
Oh, interesting. Has anybody else felt like that? I feel like that's a pretty common thing.
Yeah, like
especially like
thing.
Italian
and
families. Like it's disrespectful not to eat.
Oh, yeah. Or not have seconds. Like some cultures are like, why didn't you have the seconds? Like, you're not going back for more? Like, uh-oh, do I need to change? Like, people get really nervous about it. So it was a lot easier with Eric weighing what it was. Because, you know, they gave you, like, Dr. Patterson gave us a list, how many ounces of each thing and what not to have. And she's like, don't even touch the rice, noodles, anything. Anything will expand. She was like, this is the surgeon part of her. She's like, it's going to get bigger and you're going to be in pain. So don't do that. I'm like, oh, she like scared me. So it was like interesting where I'm like, okay, don't touch it. Got it.
Yeah.
And then like corn, what's funny about corn, you know, don't have it. Like there's no point of corn.
But corn is so fucking good.
There's no nutritional value in it at all. Like, and so she's like, there's no reason to have corn. Why would you do that to yourself? You only have a limited amount of real estate in your stomach that you can afford out. Why would it be to corn? Well, so I haven't had corn in so long. And we went to the store yesterday and Eric's like, can we get corn on the cob? I'm like, dude, you can do whatever you want. I'm just not going to eat it. And he's like, do you not like it anymore? I'm like, no, I like it. But I've been ingrained that there's no point. I just don't eat corn anymore. And he's like, oh, okay. And then we passed by it and he like looked and he's like, you know what? We don't need it. And I was like, okay, cool. You do you.
That's really a good mindfulness all in itself. Like I was in the store yesterday and I was like, I want cake.
You want cake?
I want cake. I want something like cakey. And we walked through the bakery and I'm like, nah, I don't need it. And then so it's like a mindfulness when you're in the store of like realizing you don't need the, candy bars that are right by the checkout. You don't need the cake. You don't need the corn.
No.
Like you just need to focus on the things that you need, which is protein.
It's almost like you need to look at it though and be like, don't need you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like saying goodbye and then so you're like, yeah, you didn't win this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
exactly.
Maybe we can start doing tally marks of wins and losses.
Ooh.
That could be fun for the season.
Did not win this one.
For the fall season, we should start doing that. That would be fun. We should write that down somewhere. I see a pad. Do we have a pen?
I had a pen up here. Let me go grab one.
Yeah, let's get a pen.
I know.
We need to write some stuff down, guys, because that would be fun when you guys join us. Like when we go to the store, win-loss streaks.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, we can do like water bets. Like if we lose one week. Ooh, this could be fun.
Okay, so we got water bets.
Yeah. Did I ever explain to you what a water bet is?
No.
Okay, water bet is so much fun.
Okay.
So instead of like betting money with someone, it's literally this app. It's called the Water Wheel. And you just, whoever loses the water bet spins it. And it tells you exactly what to do. Like go stand in the yard 2 yards away from your opponent.
Okay.
Your opponent's going to have a cup of water. And then you can't flinch and let them throw it at you. Or one of them's like, you're going to put a water bottle in your pocket and you're going to open it and just let it go. So it's just like little fun water bets like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So water bets and then
Win-loss streak for when we're at the store.
Win-loss.
Because I think that'd be fun for people to see a visual of like how well they're actually doing. Because we focus so much on the negative that oh, you know what? I've done that almost every time I've gone to the store. And then if you actually have a tally mark, you can be like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not losing. I'm doing good. I only like 3 out of 4 times. I only got grab something once. And then you can be like an achievement.
Yeah. It's kind of like a non-scale victory.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, so let's do that because I think that would be super helpful for mindful because then it almost could be those that are competitive.
Definitely.
I know I am.
I am not.
But when it's on a board, I'm like, I can't let people know.
I'm always like, it's fine.
No, for me, I'm like, oh, that win-loss streak, that needs to be like 4-0. So I'm like, okay, we're not getting anything at the store. Like that's what will definitely go through my head because I get like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah.
I think that might be fun.
Right? This is like our football season with food.
Yeah. I like it. All right. So the first little intuitive eating thing that I saw, which really like spoke to me, was reject the diet mentality.
I like that.
Because what we're doing here is not a diet.
No.
This is, and I know people use the term lifestyle change
and people
change
hate
of lifestyle. Okay.
But it's accurate.
And we may not, but you are changing everything. And it kind of comes down like, okay, so I'm going to get comfortable for this one.
You get comfy, girl.
So my little sister was at my house yesterday and we were talking about, my Billbar order came in. And so I was putting all the Built Bars in the fridge, which I need to take a picture. I was in a rush or I would have, but I ordered the raspberry cheesecake and the cookie dough chunk. Okay. And so I was like, ooh, okay. So I was talking to her about it and she goes, I'm really thinking about getting back into my program for weight loss surgery. And I was like, Fiona, that's awesome. Like, I think that'd be really good for you. Mm-hmm. And so we were talking about it and she's like, yeah, I think we were saying like people saying the easy way out. And she's like, no, it's not easy. Like going through that whole program because her program would be a year.
Yeah, it's a long one.
It's a long one.
Like Kaiser Permanente's a year, right?
Yeah. And so I was kind of talking to her about it and I was saying, well, it's so different when you're actually like when you're post-op versus pre-op. And she was like, yeah, but it's still like you still have to change your life. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you do, but there's nothing forcing you to.
No, not anymore. Right? Because you got the surgery.
Well, no, pre-op.
Oh, pre-op.
Like there's nothing forcing you to change pre-op.
No.
But when you're post-op,
there is. Yeah.
I was like, it's different. It's not like it's a different feeling because you cannot fit the food in.
It's a different mindset because now your mind's connected to your stomach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you're doing a diet, there's always like an end to the diet. Mm-hmm. Like in my brain, that's how I saw it. Like I was like, okay, I'm going to restrict myself really, really hard for the next 2 weeks because I've got to lose 10 pounds for this wedding.
Right.
Yeah. But this is like, it never ends. Like you're always going to need to focus on your protein. You're always going to need to focus on your vitamins, your water, getting your steps in, all of those things.
Yes, those never go away.
Yeah.
Those will always be there.
You will always have to do that. And so it literally is a lifestyle change. Like you are picking up your health and you're actually carrying it versus diet. It's not a quick fix.
Yeah, because I like that you pointed out that it's the, there's like a timeline on it. Because
there always is, right?
Yeah, like, okay, 30 days, just do this for 30 days and you'll be okay or whatever. But no one's ever teaching you how do you do that for life. And that's what this is.
And I think Weight Watchers kind of does that. You know, they try to teach it for a lifetime, but it's not, I don't know. I just feel like it's not the same. And I mean, maybe you guys feel differently about it. I don't know. But I thought it was a big one for me of being more mindful of my journey and my eating. You have to throw that diet mentality out.
Yes.
And you have to realize that you are living a life. So if you go to a birthday party and you have a couple bites of cake, or even say you have a slice of cake, that it's not the end of the world because you are still wanting to live your life and you're still wanting to be with your family and do the things that you've always done.
Yeah.
But you have to realize like, okay, I had a slice of cake, so my next meal needs to be mainly protein.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. It does not have to be any harder than that.
No.
I think we just make it more harder than what it needs to be.
Well, because you have that cake and then you beat yourself up for the next 5 days because you had a fucking slice of cake.
Yeah, like on, I think it was Saturday
cake,
or something.
Why do you have to be so delicious? Why? Why do you have to be so good?
Well, for me, it's cheesecake. And
still a cake.
So Cheesecake won this last weekend. Like, I've been through like just not feeling good at all.
Yeah.
It's been awful. And I'm like, and it's not the way like Kelly's is where she's just, I'm down. It's just like, just slow go.
You're just having a rough go. Yeah. Rough couple of days.
Rough couple of days, man. And I was like, we're going to get some fucking Konditorei. And I had a German chocolate cheesecake for it.
That sounds good.
But then the next meal was steak. Like, it's like, okay, now we need to like make sure.
So you were totally like on point with that.
Yeah, like I had the mindset.
I'm going to splurge.
Yep.
Okay, protein's the next meal.
It has to be. Yeah, because I have noticed lately if I do have I'm listening to my body when I have sugars. I'm trying to be very mindful of that. Okay. Because I never was before until listening to you and I think one of the other docs talking about how like, that'll make you kind of sweaty.
Okay.
Yeah. Like how it actually physically makes you feel. And I'm like, that is happening. And I kind of feel a little shitty about an hour and a half after I've eaten it.
It's a slight dumping syndrome. Yeah. That's what it is. Because dumping syndrome is not always like this, you spend the next 5 hours in the bathroom.
Right.
Like, because I've never had that. Yeah. I've never had that either. But I feel like, sorry guys, the benchies are talking.
They are. They're having a field day.
Oh my gosh.
They're adorable.
They are really cute. So shout out to all of our benchies. We love you. So yeah, it's not always like this huge episode. Sometimes it can be this like you're just getting sweaty or your face gets flushed or, there's little things.
I actually even get irritable. I've been watching that a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's right around just having like too much sugar. And I think it's the come down because I'll get sweaty and then irritated over something stupid. And then like within an hour, I'm fine. So I'm like,
those could be signs that sugar does not agree with you.
Yeah. And it's just like, how much sugars am I having? Because like I noticed that if I had the whole cake, that happened. But if I just had like the next time, well, not the next time, but before that, I had just a Billbar. And I noticed with that, no problems.
Well, because
so like the sugar content's so different. And that's the deal is that like I'm getting a healthier version, not of sugar, but a lower version of sugar and then protein in it. And then the cheesecake's like fucking me up. So,
well, yeah, we need to come up with a protein cheesecake recipe. Like
we need to
because we both love cheesecake. I could eat cheesecake. I mean, Costco's cheesecake is fucking bomb. Oh my God. I could eat a whole. Yeah. Anyways.
Yes.
Anyways.
So I'm watching my sugars. I'm noticing that. So my new mindfulness is the sugars. Like watch that and see how you feel, guys. Because then you can actually just figure out what your body really can tolerate.
Well, and that's again, mindful eating, trying to figure out what your system is trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So if you're eating a lot of sugar and it's making you cranky or it's making you sweaty or, any of that, your body's trying to tell you that it doesn't agree with you.
Exactly.
And so you're keeping that in the forefront of your mind of saying, okay, well, maybe I'll have a couple bites of cheesecake.
Right.
And not the whole thing.
Yeah. Like take your bites, put it in the fridge, have it later.
Yeah. Or like share it with somebody. So you have your cheesecake and you cut off like the end or something.
Right.
And you take that into your hydrate is trying to get me to hydrate now.
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong. So you take your little plate of just a few bites and you have that. And then your other person can have the other half
and then
or
you
whatever.
get the mindful of the plate cleared.
Yeah. So like if that works for you. Once you see your plate is cleared, you're good.
Done. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's just little things I've picked up, I think, because of the podcast, because like, I didn't start this till I was year 4. So like a lot of this stuff is just stuff I've had to learn along the way. And now it's like, because I've had like the base knowledge, I can actually build on it.
Yes.
Because I wasn't ready, back then to understand the sugar part. I needed to figure out just with the foods that actually agree with me, because we all know that changes.
Yeah.
So like I needed to figure that out first for the first year. And then what does second year look like? Because now I can have all of the things.
Yes.
And you dealt with that recently. So it's almost like when you get in the third and fourth, you can start building on the skills that you've learned in year 1 and 2.
Exactly. Well, and I think year 2 is hard. Because you're out of your honeymoon stage, you're in maintaining, your body's gaining a little bit of weight, especially right now, we're still in the pandemic. We're still trying to figure shit out with this whole fucking COVID.
Yep.
And so, you've gained weight from being quarantined or you've gained weight because you can't do anything else. So there's little things like you're trying to figure out year 2. And I think year 3 is more like you figuring out, okay, I had my honeymoon stage.
Yep.
I had my little splurge stage. So now it's time to get my shit together.
Yeah, let's combine those and figure out what worked, what didn't work. And now this is your new lifestyle. That's why it is a lifestyle change, because you're really learning about your body, what you actually like to do in life. And then now you're going to do that.
And successful journeys are going to be where you actually do that, where you take the lessons you've learned. And I've been thinking about this a lot. It's been mulling around in my head of, okay, what worked that first year?
Yeah, what was working?
Didn't work that first year. Restricting myself to the point where I wasn't eating anything but meat and cheese, that didn't work.
No.
That did not work.
No, her cholesterol went up and her doctor got mad at her.
Yes.
So don't do that.
But I also craved things then because I wasn't getting, I was getting protein, but I wasn't allowing myself to live.
Right.
So now I'm going a little further into the living stage. So now I need to roll back a little bit from the living and then roll up from the restriction just a little bit.
Yeah.
And find a happy medium.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think yours is so different too, because you're changing right now a lot because you moved into a new place and you have a new boyfriend
and I got divorced.
Yeah. Like, and you're moving around a lot. Like you are not home a lot.
I am not.
You're trying to find a balance of like, how do I stay healthy while I'm on the move and on the go?
Yes. And that's another thing that I found that works for me is the Flex Pro meals. Because I'm not home a lot, when I am home and I just want something quick and easy, like that's my go-to.
That's awesome.
Because I don't have to grocery shop for it. I don't have to meal prep any of it. Like it's just there. It's ready to go. I just pop it in the microwave. It's delicious. I eat my bites and then I can either put the other half in the fridge or throw it away.
There you go.
So the second one on this list, we talked about recently.
Oh.
And it's honoring your hunger.
Oh, I like that word. Yeah. Honoring.
Because being hungry is a way of life.
You're going to get hungry.
You like, other than that happy period and after you have surgery where you don't feel hunger at all, which I loved that stage.
It's such a weird stage.
It is a weird stage, but
great.
I loved it because I didn't have to worry about being hungry. But it does come back.
Yeah, how long did that last for you? It lasted a while for me.
It lasted a long time, like probably a year and a half.
I'd say like mine was after a year.
Yeah.
Where I actually felt the craving or hungerness. Yeah.
Yes. I think it was about a year and a half for me. But yeah, I felt like I feel like hunger is, I mean, that's your body telling you that you need to eat something.
Yeah.
And so you need to, instead of getting angry or, you know, you just need to like honor that, okay, I am hungry.
Yep.
But now here's the choice that I need to make.
Yeah, don't get mad at your body that it needs food. Because I think we kind of get mad. You're like, God damn it, I'm hungry again.
Yep.
And it's like, that's fine. Obviously, your body needs something, but we also mix hunger with thirst. So make sure you're up on your water and then, or whatever thing you're drinking.
Yeah.
And then go into food.
Yes.
Like, just don't be mad at yourself for being hungry. It's natural.
Yeah. I have really not been honoring my hunger lately at all. Like, I've really been like, you know, oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to have some chips.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like instead of, you know, because I've been on the go, like you said, a lot. And I'm going straight for foods that are not healthy versus going and getting a pack of salami.
Right.
So I need to be more honoring my hunger by giving it what it needs.
So you're talking a lot to yourself right now.
I am. I really am. That's why I thought this episode was so cool.
Yeah.
Because it's really kind of giving me, okay, Kellie, let's have a life check right now. Because there are some things that I could do better. You know, I've been trying to throw Built Bars into my purse. I've been trying to, you know, the new H2O, the H2 Obvi, the protein drinks. I can throw those in my purse.
The
so
Traminos, I've been digging the Traminos.
The Traminos are a freaking bomb, man.
They're in my fridge and they're so fucking delicious cold.
Oh, like ice cold? Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah. That strawberry lemonade that you love, it's fucking bomb.
Yeah,
so
it's legit.
The whole fan bam loves them. They want more of those. Like, they're having them at least once or twice a day. So that means my family's finally getting protein. Other than just from what they've been eating.
Well, and you're supplementing. So not only are you getting your protein, but you're also getting your hydration.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to like pull some things in that I can easily throw in my purse. I can easily bring over to Zach's house. You know, there's certain things that I'm trying. Like I'm taking like one step at a time. Like
I know it throws me for a loop because I forget. I know this sounds dumb. People obviously know that I know that we didn't have the same journey. But in my head, I'm like, why isn't she just doing these things? Like the things that I was doing in year 2. But it's like, no, because we're different fucking people.
Well, we're different
and
people.
We're doing different things. Like, you know?
And you had Eric to kind of keep you on track with food-wise.
Yeah, he was very helpful.
And I don't have anybody.
No,
to keep me on track.
Just yourself.
So, and I'm not real good at keeping myself on track. So, I'm trying to learn to do these things on my own.
Yeah, right.
Because I've always had somebody else to kind of talk me through it or tell me like you need to do these things, even when it comes to just random things in my life.
I know it makes sense because you were like, I need you to tell me to walk in the morning. If you tell me to walk, then I'll go walk. And I'm like, this is hilarious.
It is hilarious, but that's the type of personality that I have.
Yeah.
And
you be told what to do.
Yeah. But once I get into a rhythm, I don't necessarily need to be told.
No, you just need to get into the rhythm. You need help getting into the rhythm.
Once I get that help going, it's like when you're learning to ride a bike. And you have that adult hanging on to the back of the bike and you're, you know, practicing, they're keeping you up and then they let go a little bit more.
And a little bit
more.
And
then a little bit more. And then they're standing back there and you're riding your bike.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of what I need.
Yeah.
That's how I live my life. That's how I did it with weight loss surgery. That's how I did it with everything. You know?
I think like your focus has changed.
It has.
Like your focus, I think that's what is confusing for me because like my focus was this for a very long time. And I'm like, girlfriend, just stay focused. If you stay focused, you don't have to worry.
And I was very focused. But then my life flipped upside down. Yeah. And my focus was like, okay.
Everywhere else.
How do I function?
Yeah.
How do I function now that my whole, like the bottom literally fell out of my life?
Yep.
So, and that's kind of, you know, that trauma comes back and hits you in the face and you kind of, you know, it's like, again, you're riding your bike. So you're on your own, you're riding your bike and this freaking car comes out of nowhere and you slam head first into the car and your bike's upside down. You're over there with your leg broken. Like that's how I felt.
Now you have to rehab it and refocus.
Exactly. Yep. So now you're, you know, the ambulance is there. picks you up. You've got a cast on your leg.
Yep.
And and then that cast falls off and you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm learning to walk again.
Yep.
I've got this. So then you've got to kind of get on the bike and, you've got some PTSD because you're worried about cars coming out of nowhere and hitting you. And, it's this whole process.
That's a great analogy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the layers.
All the layers. All of the steps that you have to take to get back into riding the bike by yourself.
Well, and you're really successful when you're all in.
Thank you.
So I know that we just need to revert your focus back into, because I noticed when you immerse yourself into the community, you're on fucking point.
Yeah.
So it's just your focus throughout your day. It just needs to be about weight loss community and the podcast and your life. So then you can stay on point. Because I know these fellas keep me on point. The whole working out on every fucking Wednesday.
Completely.
Going through the stories and talking about water and vitamins. I'm I have to talk about it. And then I have to go take it. I did a story where I'm if it wasn't for our benchies, I would have never took my vitamin that day. And I was I feel like shit. And I'm oh yeah, because I haven't done this yet.
Well, and so all I have left are the ProCare with iron, and I can't take them in the morning. They just make me nauseous. Yeah. I can't do it. So I kept staying at Zach's and I'm oh, my fucking vitamins are at home. So I finally pulled them out of my drawer and I just have them in my purse.
Nice. There you go.
So now no matter where I'm at, I can take my vitamins because I feel better when I'm on my vitamins.
Yeah.
When I have that little blip of not having them, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
And I just can't do it. I need my vitamins. I need my protein. I'm talking to myself here. I need these things in my life and I need that exercise. I need to be getting out and seeing fresh air and doing all of the things that I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh yeah. I mean, once you get back there, I don't want you to be hard on yourself. I just think you just got to refocus. And that's fine.
I mean,
athletes have to do it. You just got to refocus and retrain your brain, back to not even back to the basics, just because back to the basics are things that you probably didn't like. I think this time of your life, it needs to be things that you like. You know, why would you go outside if you don't like outside? Just do the yoga if you like the yoga inside, or vice versa. Find what you actually enjoy and then do that.
So my thing is that I don't need to go back to the basics. I know the basics. We talk about the fucking basics all the time.
All day long. Yeah.
What I need to do is find a new routine because I was in a routine in my house. Then my husband left me. So then my routine kind of got messed up. So then I found a new routine.
Right.
And then I moved. So now my whole routine again is fucked up.
Yep. So now you got to find a new one. Only thing I would say is that you've allowed your routine a little bit to change as well. Because you still get up early.
Oh, yeah.
So
completely.
Sometimes you're just not doing the things that you're supposed to do.
I kind of have like everything. I've been mulling it over in my head, and I kind of have been coming up with a plan of what my routine should look like.
Yeah.
And I'm okay, so if I stay at Zach's, I drive right by courthouse.
Yes, you do.
The gym.
Yeah, not the courthouse.
I don't need to be going to that courthouse.
Go talk to some judges and lawyers.
No, I think I'm good on that point. So I can drive by right by courthouse.
Yeah.
So if I get a membership, I can just change into my workout clothes at Zach's, leave, go to courthouse.
Yep.
Work out for even a half hour.
It doesn't
even
need to be
20
a lot.
minutes.
Just there. Just be there.
There for a little bit. Then I go home.
Shower.
I shower. I have my coffee. I do all the things. Then I start my day.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a much better way to start my life or my day, my life.
Oh, you're going to feel good. You'll feel so good because you'll feel accomplished.
I love working out. That's the thing is I love working out. I love being in a gym. I love doing all these things that move my body. I need something to get me there.
I don't know.
You
just need to do it. You need to pull the trigger. You need to make the phone call.
I need somebody to just come up behind me and just push me in.
No, you gotta stop. Stop wanting someone else to do it for you.
No, I don't want somebody to do it for me. I just need a little push to get there, and then I'll be fine. It's the whole bicycle. Need somebody hanging on to the back, and I know it's not completely healthy.
It's not. It's a dependence
But once I'm there, I'm fine.
I know, but now that you're on your own independence thing, you gotta find ways of motivating yourself to just go without having someone else to motivate you.
No.
Well, then you're not going to be successful.
I say no. I say no.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing to
Kellie
have
says
someone
it's
help.
fine.
We all need help sometimes, and that's fine. So if you want someone to help you for a little bit, I totally get it. I'm just saying, like, you got to start being the mindset of, like, it's not someone else's problem because they didn't help you. It's the fact of,
it's totally me. It's my problem.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's my problem. I'm just saying that's what I need.
That's
like,
what you need.
For right now, I need somebody to be like, get your fucking ass in the gym. Do it. Just go to courthouse. Go. Like, do the thing. And then once I get over that beginning hurdle, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be totally.
Yeah. Because, like, you can you have the time to do all the things.
It's right down the fucking road, guys. Right down the fucking road.
I know that we've all had that problem, though. Like, it's hard. It's very hard to get back in the gym. But once you're there, you're there. And it's fun.
But I just want to be there. Like, I just want to be there. But I don't know why I don't just step in the fucking gym. It's right there.
I don't know.
I don't know. So
I guess that's the deal. You're going to figure out, you need to figure out a routine for home and a routine when you're at Zach's house for that to work.
But it's the same thing. Like, you get up, you put your clothes on, you go to the fucking gym.
Yeah.
No matter where I stay, I still need to have that.
Yeah, because even Dana talked about that. Like, she just had the babies, remember? And she's like, if I don't get up at 5 a.m., then it's not going to fucking work. So she just instantly, as she said that she was like, barely could see, was just putting on clothes and just went right to the room and just did it. Yep. And sometimes it was sloppy and sometimes it was great, but at least like the getting up and motion going.
She was trying.
She was trying. Yeah. That was what was cool, is like, she's like, I couldn't be successful every time, but at least I fucking tried. And that's the deal, is like, just try. And I think that will be helpful for anybody that's through this journey, because that's the only way that you can maintain is as long as you don't give up and you're always trying.
Yeah, don't give up.
Because you don't have to be, someone that's like, I work out 6 days a week. I mean, I love you guys. You're fucking awesome and very, very like inspiring. But like
extremely,
when you know that's just not who you are, at your core, like, that's not me. That's not you. I mean, we like it.
Bad days. You're gonna have days where you wake up and you're just like, nope, no, that's not happening, and you're gonna roll over and you're gonna go back to sleep.
Yeah, we have to have less of those and more of going. Is the deal.
100%.
Because all those people that also go during 6 days a week, they have those mornings, but they still get up. I've done it. There's a photo of me at the Croc Center at 5 a.m. being like, I don't know why the hell I'm here. I'm so tired. And you can see it on my face. And then I go do my cycling class. And I'm like, feel great. Glad I made it. Because that's still, you have to just fight that inner demon that's like, just go back. Just go back to sleep.
It's the Kellie, it's fine voice.
I believe that.
It's fine. Go back to sleep. It's fine. You're fine. Don't listen to that Kellie voice.
Don't
listen to that. Get your fucking ass up.
Get up.
Yes. Okay. So the other thing was make peace with food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nova is being naughty today.
Does anybody hear that? I hear her.
I hear her.
Let's make a little phone call.
She's being naughty. She's so cute though. But
she's new.
So making peace with your food. I take that as like, if you make pasta, you're making peace that yes, it's you're having pasta, but you're not also gonna gorge yourself or restrict yourself because you want pasta. You're not gonna talk bad to yourself because you want pasta.
Well, if you've made that choice and that's going to be part of your plan, then no, you should not be mean to yourself.
No, but you have to make peace with certain foods. You have to, just like the cake. You're going to a birthday party, you have a couple bites, you have a slice. You're making peace with that is a part of life.
Yeah. Yeah, you should not be harping on yourself.
No,
because you've made that, the peace, the decision, you're good. Like, don't be mean to yourself for wanting it. Like, that's normal.
Yeah. And like with you and your rice, you've made peace with the fact that rice does not fit into your plan.
Rice doesn't exist, especially not white rice.
Yeah.
I will never, I have jasmine rice every like couple weeks.
Sticky rice with your susha.
Yeah. Susha. Yeah, it's different
new.
type of rice now because it was white rice the minute made. Oh, you're fine. And I'd have like mounds of it. Now it's a third of a cup because I've learned that I can do it. I have self-control with rice because I only make the portions that we're allowed to have.
But that comes peace.
Yeah, it comes with peace. Yeah.
You've made peace with the rice.
I'm in the peace of like, hey, we used to be really good friends and we broke up and I only want to hang out every once in a while now.
That's a good analogy.
That's what I did. And I was like, I can't be with you anymore. Like,
that's how I am with pasta.
You put a lot of weight on this body and we need to knock it out. Yeah.
I don't order pasta. If somebody else has it, I will have a few bites.
Right?
But other than that, I do not order pasta. It does not belong in anything that I have.
Yeah, it's not
or
meant to.
Like sometimes Zach will make Kraft macaroni cheese, which is my secret pleasure food. I love Kraft macaroni cheese.
You and my husband, man.
And I will have a small scoop, very small.
Yeah, just so you can have the taste.
Yep. And I will have a few bites and then I'm good. Like last time he made it, I didn't even finish it.
That's nice.
I just needed a few bites, get that craving out, and then I'm good.
Sometimes you just need that flavor in your mouth, and then it goes away. Especially if you're eating it with
mouth pleasure.
It is mouth pleasure. And as long as you get it to go away with all the protein, then you're good to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So another one that goes along with that, challenge the food police. Because
the food police.
It is your journey. It is my journey.
Yeah,
it is your journey.
Don't police me.
It is no one else's journey. Yeah. If you want to make pasta and you fit it into your plan and you have it every day, more power to you.
Yeah. Good job. You figured it out.
If you want to have a Hershey's almond once a week, more power to you. Yeah. It is your journey.
I've definitely made that one work. That's I have. I've built that one in.
Yep. And you also supplement with Billbars.
I do.
I know we're talking a lot about the products we like, but that's how we get our mindful eating. That's how we're finding ways to be more mindful.
Well, and I think we've proven with you guys is like we only literally use the stuff that we like. And we only talk about the ones we like. And Billbar has helped me with my Hershey Bar with Almonds cravings because I used to have it every night.
Yep.
Okay. Now I have the little minis from Billbar. And I have 1 to 2 a night and sometimes not at all. So it's
high five.
Yeah. So it's like, it really just depends, but it's like, it's definitely helped me go from having and by the way, a king size Hershey Bar with Almonds every night to now not even a king size on the weekend. So
I'm very proud of you.
I feel like that's an accomplishment, but you have to use the products around you.
You do.
Like it really does help. Like the devotion with the Avi is fucking delicious.
Oh, it's so good.
And I've been holding myself accountable to having not every day, but every other day of like, okay, you need to get a protein shake in every other day. And I've noticed it's really helped me later on the day of not craving because you're giving yourself what it needs.
You're giving your body what you need.
What you actually need. Yeah.
And I feel like you have become very mindful.
You got to listen to your body. Because we didn't before. I know I did not at all. Like I said, us being in pain after eating was like an accomplishment. It wasn't like a hey, you probably shouldn't do that pain. It was like, I did it again. Yes. Now,
where's my medal?
Let's go watch some TV and sleep.
Yep, exactly.
Let's sleep off this pain of fucking food. And now I'm gained 10 pounds.
Yep.
That's what I would do. Overnight.
Yeah, I would agree with all of that.
Yeah, I had no connection.
Yep. But I also, back to food police.
Yeah.
I see it on Instagram all the time. People will be like, don't eat that. Don't eat that. Like,
it's like mind your business.
But it is. Mind your business. Is it your business what I put in my mouth, whether that be food or anything else? No. It is not your opinion. Your opinion doesn't matter.
No.
And everything as long as you're following your surgeon's plan.
Yeah.
All those other people can just fuck straight off.
Yeah.
Because food police go away. Like, if I choose to have Avi every meal for 5 days, that is my...
Yeah, it's your decision.
That's my decision. If I choose to eat fast food for 3 days in a row, that's my decision also.
It's your body, your choice.
So if you eat potatoes, pasta, whatever, I know that I went completely restricted, but I never judged anybody else for having other things.
No, and mine's what I haven't judged, but I've been like, what I do now is I just look at the size of foods differently. That's one thing.
The plates and everything.
Yeah, the plates, like how much like are actually on there. I'm like, I can't believe I was eating that. Like that's just what happens now.
But you're not thinking badly of anybody who chooses to eat those things. Like if I'm having some chips, like we did at the karaoke party.
Yeah, we had
you're
chips.
Not judging me for having that or having a slice of pizza like that. There's no judgment there. Like, but we know you probably shouldn't be eating that pizza every day. You probably shouldn't be having fast food every day. But there's no judgment because it's your journey. It's your journey.
Yeah, you do what you want.
And you're making the choices. So it's all on you. It's nobody else.
Yeah, that's how I see it, man.
All right. So again, fullness. respect your fullness.
Ooh, I like that.
I thought that one spoke to me.
Yeah. Because like it's like, hey man, you're full. We're full.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Almost like respect the fullness. I like that.
Respect that moment.
Yeah.
So this goes along with that post that I saw that I was telling you about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So there was like 3 tips to becoming or to realize your hunger.
Okay.
Or your fullness. There we go. I'm going to get there eventually.
Don't you worry.
So it was, do not put more food in your mouth if you already have food in your mouth.
Yes.
Because I am guilty of that. I will do that.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
I have, but it's not a everyday thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's like when you're really, really hungry and you're just like kind of scarfing it down. You're not being mindful.
Right. Yeah. It's always when I'm like hungry.
And then that's when you get over full.
Right.
Because you're just eating and not being mindful of, okay, how many bites have I taken?
Yeah. Because
what am I eating?
That's the deal. You're supposed to like what, 20 to 30 chews
per bite.
And then you're supposed to take a break in between bites.
Correct.
Yeah.
So a minute in between bites.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a couple of years.
Yes. But
Probably
that's a
3 years.
really good way
To go back.
And it's easy, right? So you don't put more food in your mouth if you already have food in there.
Yep.
The second one was push your plate away after every bite.
Ooh, I like that. That's
right?
helpful.
Like even if you're in bed, okay? So I eat a lot in bed because it's just comfy. So after every bite, set your plate down.
Yeah, wait. Like for me, it's out of eyesight. I can't push it further in front of me.
No, you could just put it off to the side.
Yeah,
but if you're sitting at a table, like say we were eating right now, you could push it away.
Yeah, where it's
and then
further.
you're going to look at the person next to you, and you're going to talk, and then it's out here.
Yep.
So another tip.
I like that.
The third tip I saw, was cut up your food.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to cut up your food. And then after you're done cutting it up, you put your knife and fork down.
Oh, like you give it a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So you're respecting
the food.
Your food. You're respecting your.
There you go.
That's stupid bottom.
That stupid bottom.
You're respecting your hunger. Why is my phone on? Sorry, guys. Okay, so you're respecting your hunger.
Yes.
You're respecting your fullness because you're taking the time to push your plate away to say, okay, am I still hungry? No, I'm actually good.
Yeah.
I'm good now. Because you're not just scarfing it down and then in 10 minutes you're like, God, shoot me now because I ate too much. That's what happens to me.
Seriously. It's painful and it's annoying and it can happen because we'll eat too fast. I really like the whole don't put anything else in your mouth. There's just something already there. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. But yeah, I really dig that.
Yeah, I thought those were 3 really, really good tips.
Yeah.
So
push it away.
I'm going to write that down. So
we should make something for guys.
Tips.
Because I think that's the part is just keeping your mindfulness throughout your journey. Like don't ever forget about the food and the process.
Yeah.
Because that's where we go down a slippery slope of not choosing the right things for our bodies.
Correct.
And then we start feeling like shit. And then we forget why do we feel like shit? We just think it's, I'm just having a bad day when it's actually because you haven't had protein to the right levels in the last week. Like
you want to know, I can pinpoint the exact moment I started to slip.
Oh, yeah?
The exact moment.
Oh, let's hear it.
So I'm laying in bed. This is at the old house. This was probably about a month after Satan left.
Okay.
And I wanted cake.
Okay.
So I went to the store.
All right.
I was like, okay, I drove to the store. I'm going to have some fucking cake.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide which cake I wanted. So did I buy 3 slices? I bought 3 slices. Did I eat on them all day and not have any protein? I did.
Yeah.
And then once I was done with that cake, what happened? I wanted more cake. So I went back to the store and I no, not that day. Like this is all within like a couple weeks.
I was like,
right?
Damn, girl.
So when I finished that.
You did not tell me that. I knew about the 3 cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then once I had finished those 3 slices, right, eating on those, I wanted more cake. So I went back to the store. I got more cake. Did I get another 3 slices? Yeah, sure did. Like, so the whole point of this is that after I had that, the slip and the slide just
kept going
because I'm like, well, I already ate 3 slices of cake this week, so I'm just going to have some chips.
I guess I'm doing that.
I'm going to have some crumble cookies. Am I going to buy 4? Do I buy just 1? No, you got to buy a 4 because you got to get all the flavors. Do you eat on that for a long time?
Oh, man.
You eat those pretty quick because they are considered slider foods.
Yes.
They do not stick around in your system, so you can eat a lot more of them.
Yeah, what we learn about slider foods is that they dissolve quickly in your mouth and then they go down quickly. That's why you're able to consume so much. That's why they're called slider foods, because they literally slide down. And then you're literally just giving yourself a ton of carbs and sugars and calories.
You are.
That you're just
straight up.
And it's mindlessness. You're just doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like having the bag of chips right there. So Zach did Mel and, well, you guys all know Matt.
Yeah.
So they're moving back to Kaiser. We're super, super excited to have them here.
Yeah.
And they needed their floors done. So Zach went and did the floors. Well, he had his girls there, and I went over there, and the girls wanted Cool Ranch Doritos.
Okay.
So I bought them a bag of Cool Ranch. Well, it was gummy bears, things like that, and then the chips. So I bought the girls their stuff, and I brought it over there. Well, you know, as you're doing your thing, you walk by the bag of chips, and you just eat one. Then you walk past.
Just slowly.
Like, it's just I wasn't mindful about it. I was literally just eating because it was there.
Yeah. When I did those cookie things, when I had 4 within like minutes of each other, I kept passing by it.
Yep.
Couldn't do it.
Yep. And those type of foods. So this is how you check, because we had a question.
Yes,
what is a slider food? So the answer to that is, if you hold it in your mouth, that's what she said, and it dissolves, that is a slider food.
Oh, so penises are not.
Penises are not a slider food.
Sweet.
You are welcome, ladies. Or gentlemen.
And men. Yeah.
Whoever wants to have a penis in their mouth. There's no judgment here. If you have a penis in your mouth and it dissolves, that is the wrong kind of penis for you.
100%.
Just saying.
And somehow it's a slider food, and get away from it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a double whammy there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what she said. But if it dissolves, then it is slider food. If you put chicken, beef, pork, bacon, any of those things, cheese, and you hold it in your mouth, it's not going to dissolve. You have to physically chew it.
Yep.
Which means it's going to be more dense, and it's going to hold its space in your pouch.
Yep. Longer
and a lot. It's not gonna inflate like bread or anything like that. Like, it's just gonna sit there, and you're gonna be able to get more protein in it because it's not just sliding through.
Right. And then it holds longer, and then you're not wanting more food later because you've had the protein that lasts longer.
Exactly.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So I
love your questions. They're my favorite.
Well, this is directly to you about what you're
about penises. Okay, I'm ready.
Man, I wish I had a good one really like quick for you to answer. Damn, never mind. Okay, so I wish I was way more prepared for that one. But no, like, hey, so like you said, like, so Zach's kids wanted Doritos. You went out and got them the Doritos, and it sounds like more than just Doritos.
They wanted sour worms, regular worms, and sour Skittles.
Okay. So how do you help yourself? Because like, obviously these are things that you like as well.
Well, here's the thing.
So enlighten me what you're going to do, because like, you're around garbage food a lot, and that's really fucking hard.
It is really hard.
Like, I like 100% and like, I don't know how you're doing it, because there's certain foods I just can't be around, or they're going to be a fucking problem.
Yes. So here's the thing. Okay. So there's 2 things, probably 3. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to talk. So I don't like sour.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So
I don't
sour
like
is
sour.
out of the options.
But apparently sour Skittles are really good, because I had a few.
You tried it.
And that's the problem. So I'm trying not to restrict myself, because again, you want to live your life.
Yeah, but they have this a lot.
Not a lot.
I'm around them less than you are, and they have this every time I'm around them. There's chips or candy every time I'm around them. And it's about 1 to 2 times a week. That's a lot. So that's got to be more than just that.
I'm not eating.
I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying that they are.
They do have
that
it.
You have to be around it is my deal. That you physically, I know at least 2 times a week, you would literally have to be around this.
But I try to, like, when I'm there and they're eating that, I will go and have a LaCroix.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm still getting something that's like treat-esque because of the bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a treat. Or I can have some cheese. Or I can have some salami.
So you're reverting to something that's going to be helpful.
Yeah. So like if I have a few Skittles, then I have something good for me for the next thing.
Yeah.
Or if I have some chips, then I'm going to have some salami.
Right. Okay.
So like I'm trying to balance it out, and I'm still in the figuring it out stage, you know?
Are you comfortable enough to tell them like, hey, I don't want to go get that today? Or, you know what I mean? Or be around it today? Yeah. Because I think that's also a deal. Like, I've had to tell people like, hey, like, I'm not going to go get that for you just because like I don't want to be around it, and I don't want to like have to be the one that goes buys it because that causes a lot of triggers.
Half the time though, once they get it, it goes into their room. So it's not like it's like being at Matt's house was different because we were all working.
Yeah.
But normally if they were to get something, they go and sit in their room and talk to their friends and stuff. Gotcha. Like they're teenagers. So yeah. It's really not as hard as you're envisioning it. Okay. Like, I can definitely say no. Okay. What's funny, though, I'm going to piggyback on that. So I smoke my THC pen at night to go to sleep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. When I smoke it at home, I snack because I get munchies. Like, I want to eat something. And so I will snack a lot more when I'm at my house.
Interesting.
If I'm at Zach's house and I smoke it, I don't want to get up and get anything because it's not technically my food.
Oh.
So I don't eat anything.
Okay.
So it's actually been helping me.
Over there.
At nighttime. Because technically it's not my food. So yes, they have snacks and stuff, but it's not mine.
Yeah, you feel weird like going into their cupboards and grabbing stuff. Yeah.
Like I can get into the fridge and get some cheese or get some LaCroix, but going into somebody else's pantry just feels wrong, even if it's my boyfriend's.
Hey, I mean, that's the thing.
It literally, I know what you're envisioning.
It would be hard for me. I just know, like, I know my mindset around that stuff, and I just can't.
Well, and that's another reason why I'm trying to keep Built Bars on me, keep the H2 Obvi on me, things like that. So when I drink it or I have it, it's going to help me out in the long run.
Yeah. Well, and I've noticed with you when you have protein, like early on the morning protein, like you're more with it.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're on fire. Yeah. When you have all the protein.
I get all of my stuff done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the other thing that I want to start doing is when I go to work out, going home and making like some eggs and sausage and things like that and having some actual real food and then having like a protein shake for lunch.
Yeah.
Versus doing it the other way, I feel like I eat more because I'm trying to compensate for the fact that I didn't chew anything.
Yeah, because you want the sensation of chewing.
I need something of like physically making me, I don't know, it's just different.
Oh, it totally is different. I remember going through that stage of like, I just need to fucking chew something. I'm tired of liquids. Stop giving me liquids. Yes. I need to chew.
For
sure. And it needed to be every meal for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another one is, that one. So honoring your feelings without food.
Yeah.
And that's
hard.
That's a really big, that's more than just mindfulness of food, but it definitely goes around it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know you were a very big, like, emotional eater and you didn't even realize it.
I had no idea until they took it away.
Yes.
Until I took it away. I didn't, not they. I took that away from myself and had to find out the hard way. Like, oh, when Melanie is sad or pissed, she wants food.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
And I'm the same way. When I get emotional, I mean, that's when the 3 slices of cake came into play, was because I was feeling abandoned. I was feeling hurt. Yeah. I was feeling all of these feelings and very much anger. And I couldn't say that I was feeling abandoned.
Yeah, you didn't have
I didn't know how to deal with it. Yeah. And so my way of dealing with it was, I'm going to go eat 3 slices of cake.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I deserve to have that. And that's how I'm going to deal with my emotions right now.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of sitting down and saying, I feel abandoned. I am feeling very angry. And I don't need cake to make me feel better, because even if I eat the cake, I'm still going to feel those feelings.
Well, they're still going to be there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still going to feel like this.
Yeah. And sometimes people will I know what I did was I would just not feel the feelings. So I would
eating it.
I would replace it. No, it'd go for a while.
Really?
You know me, I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing.
Yeah.
So if I took care of my loneliness or whatever the deal was at the time with food, that would prolong me to not have to feel it for days. Or not even again. It'd be gone.
Wow.
Because I would have been already over it and onto something else. So that's why I think that it was a huge problem for me, because I was I actually had to fucking deal with it.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. Because I'm really good at just Matt, we're not going to deal with that today. And then I'll just not deal with it. And it's weird because I don't like avoiding things, but there's certain things that I will. And
emotions are one.
And emotions is 100% because I hate dealing with them.
Well, because you were taught at a very early age that you didn't need to deal with them.
Yeah. The deal was, it's put a fucking smile on your face and no one needs to know what's going on with you.
And I think
suck it up.
I did that. Suck it up, buttercup. That's what I did for many, many years. Yeah, I put a smile on my face in public, and I just knew how to pretend really, really fucking well to the point that I didn't know I was pretending.
Yeah. So you just thought that was just what it was. Yeah. It's like a delusion that we created for ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. We created the whole thing.
So we were definitely not honoring our feelings.
No.
And we were abusing food by not honoring our feelings.
Yep. So I'd go into abusive mode of just let's have all the things.
Oh, I still have those moments.
So it's
I very much... Yeah, they happen more than I'd like to admit because of everything I've gone through. And it's hard because I am in a really good place, right? Yeah. I have a great support system. I have a really good bestie and co-host. I have a great boyfriend. Life is looking really bright right now.
Yeah, you have a bright... Yeah.
But on the flip side, I still have to deal with the emotions of being abandoned.
Right.
And, no money, no food, no company can make those feelings go away.
It can't make you, yeah.
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 So I still deal with those sometimes when I'm alone.
Oh, I bet. And did you see that? It was a post yesterday, and it was what depression looks like. And it was a person that looked all sad, and then them days before, later, still sad. But they're all done up. Because no one really knows who's really sad. I know they were going through the photos of even people that have killed themselves, be this person killed themselves a week after this photo, but they look happy, but you can't tell because it's behind their eyes. Because people are so scared of feelings, and I understand that coming from someone that's scared.
Feelings are hard.
I know that I'm scared of my own feelings. Sometimes it's hard to ask what other people's feelings are. You know what I mean? So checking in on people is a big deal. The people that are caregivers, go check on them right fucking away. All the people that are caregivers, oh my goodness, because people forget about checking on them because they're doing shit.
Well, and I've been trying to get more into the habit of checking on you because you were a caregiver for that month that I was gone.
Yeah.
And so I'm I will try, in the mornings, I'm good morning. How you doing? How you feeling? Do you need to talk? Because I'm trying to get more into that habit of checking because I am a caregiver to a point, but not as much as you are.
True story.
You are very much, you take care of your family, you take care of yourself, you take care of me half the time. You take care of everybody.
Basically anybody around me. Well, because I want everybody to feel taken care of.
And safe and happy. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with doing that.
No, I just got to be checked on.
Well, you also need to realize when you need time for yourself.
That's the new one is calling in, being no, because yesterday not having it.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think someone wanted to hang out and I was like, this is not happening today.
No.
Sorry, I can't do it. And that was like, I had the day that you've been talking about of like, I literally didn't look at my phone for hours and I just looked and watched the challenge.
But it's a good show to zone out on.
Oh my God.
You zoned out.
Yeah. And
that's my zone out.
Yeah. I needed to just zone the fuck out. And then like I fell asleep, took a little nap, felt so much better when I woke up. And I actually felt energized. Like we had dinner with Eric's mom and then I was able to edit. Like I was like mental clarity was coming back. It was just like, it's time for you to lay down, my friend.
There are some days that you just need to give yourself a fucking break.
You just got to listen to your body.
And go take a nap.
Go take a nap.
Naps are wonderful. And even if you can't nap, just go watch some mindless TV or take a bath.
Just go on a walk.
Go on a walk.
I zone out a lot on walks. Those are so much fun.
My zone out, I can't be doing an activity.
Oh, yeah.
I have to be like getting a pedicure. Doing something where you're just chilling. If I go do exercise or something, then my mind starts going. So it has to be like a sit down, lay down, something.
So no movement for you.
No movement.
Yeah. I do like walking because I would do it in the mornings and then I would just be like set for the day because I kind of like ran through all the things in my head and it kind of like clears out the crap. That's what I noticed with the walks. She has a thought.
No, for after.
Oh, okay. We going on a walk?
We can.
We totally can.
We can.
Morning walks. Yep.
So then there was one more that I really wanted to talk about. Exercising the difference in the feeling. So
interesting.
Knowing what does hunger feel like now?
Actually feel like now.
What does fullness actually feel like?
Okay.
Because I feel like you get confused a lot on, okay, is this boredom? Is this thirst? Or is this actual hunger?
Yeah.
Those are the three things for hunger, for me at least.
Or is it the extra, like, are you angry, lonely, tired?
But like the main three are like thirst, boredom, or actual hunger.
Actual hunger. And then just check your emotions too.
Do
the fourth of your emotions.
Do the four. Yeah. Emotions, thirst, boredom, hunger, or actual hunger.
Yeah.
And if you're actually hungry, then you have to exercise the difference of fullness. And that is the ultimate being mindful of your eating. And, we talked about those 3 tips.
Yep.
So pushing your plate away after, you don't put more food in your mouth until you've finished what's already in there. And then cutting up your food and putting your fork and knife down.
I really like those 3.
After every bite. And then you can practice the 25 to 30 chews per bite. And then also a minute in between each bite.
Yeah.
And that's really going to set you up for being mindful.
Being successful.
And successful.
Yeah. So that'll go a long way because then you're doing all the actions to slow down. And then when you slow down, you can feel the fullness.
And that's what Newly post-op is. You have to physically slow down.
Yes.
And then once you get past that a little bit, then you're speeding up and you're getting back into life and you're like, okay, let's go fast. Like we have to eat our food fast. We have to drink our liquids fast, like all of these things.
Yeah.
Just slow down.
Yeah.
You only get 3 meals a day.
Well, it's just try not to be in a hurry, I think, is the deal, too.
Yeah, and that's really hard, especially during the summer because you're go. You're camping, you're going on trips, you're like doing all of these things. And like COVID actually allowed us to go on trips for a little bit. And so it's like this year, everybody wanted to do these things because last summer was such a suck fest.
Yeah.
So, we get it. We get it. But I can down a Billbar in like no time flat if I'm on the go.
I know. It's so weird.
And I'm so like, okay.
You're like, shit, man.
Take a bite, chew it up. Like I will still have Billbar in my mouth and I'm like shoving more in there. Like
it's so good.
It is so good, but that is not being mindful.
Right.
And I want to learn to be more mindful, not only with my food, but my feelings and my journey, being mindful of where where I'm at in my life.
Yeah. Just being like hyper aware of what you're doing and how it affects your body and your mind, because it's they go hand in hand. And I know we both feel mental clarity when we actually like do the things.
Well, and a big part of that for me, at least, is when we record.
Yeah.
Because I can actually work through what I'm feeling lately.
That's good.
And then it works to like put things in motion.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking it out, and that's what I feel like. I don't need somebody to physically push me. I need somebody to bounce ideas off of.
Okay.
So then it becomes a plan.
There you go.
Versus just thoughts.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because me and Eric, we bounce ideas off of each other all the time.
And then it like formulates into a plan, an actual plan.
Yeah. It just, someone still has to make the call of like calling the gym and then like doing that crap.
That is all tomorrow because
it's Labor Day.
You guys, Marshmallow did not puff back. She did not puff back. I may or may not have backed into an off-duty cop's car.
Yes. She did. She totally did.
2 weeks after I bought Marshmallow. So I have to go deal with that.
So she has Progressive and I work for Progressive. You can just file that online and then they call you. Labor Day doesn't mean shit.
Well,
I mean, we're off all day.
I have a list of things that I need to get done.
It's just the fact of like, you don't have to wait on that. Like you could have done that same day.
So I'm going to do Progressive. Jackass.
Well, you know me, I'm all about like, if something happens, just like, it's in and it's out. Done. Let's deal with it.
It's in and out.
It's an in and out. That's how I live my life. In and out. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's not. But we always get to the point. I had to finish it.
Let her finish that. Okay, you good?
Yeah, I good.
Okay. So Progressive, and then I got to call my doctor.
We are not listing what you have to do tomorrow.
I am listing.
I love you guys.
Because this is my plan, is that these important things need to happen. And I am more successful when I do them all in one. So like, okay, dealing with Progressive. Okay, check that off. Doctor, check that off. Like I will actually do things if it's in a list. So
that's why
I'm just saying I have a plan. And then I had to tell you about Marshmallow not puffing back.
My poor car.
Poor Marshmallow.
Poor Marshmallow.
She did not puff back.
No, their cars, they have crush zones and dents, and I'm sorry. They're not really puffy.
Well,
is there anything else on that list that we should cover?
No, I think that was about it. Like, those were the big ones that popped out at me.
Okay.
Just because they're all very simple.
Yeah.
But things that you don't really think about. And it's not something, these are things that surgeons, when you're in the program, even therapists, even, they don't go over these things.
No, this is
the chewing and the waiting a minute. Yeah. But the other stuff, you don't.
No, they give you like literally the bare minimum of what you need to do. And then you have to like contort it to your life. Contort? I don't know. We're going to work with it.
Okay.
Contorting. We're contorting shit to your life.
I know that's not the right word, but I can't think of the right word right now. So let us know if you guys know what the fuck she's talking about. All right. I think we're good. I think that's a good list. I feel like we're both on a path of being more mindful about our eating.
I think so too.
Because I need to lose some weight.
No, you don't. You just need to build a routine. The weight will come off when it comes off, but just build your routine.
Lose some weight. And part of losing that weight is becoming more mindful and getting on a fucking routine.
Yeah.
So you guys better be seeing my gym posts because I need to get back in.
Yeah.
And I don't care what it costs. It's down happening. The road. It needs to happen. Plus, they have a fucking pool.
They do have a pool.
I could go.
And I think the way that they have it, like you can go to any courthouse too.
Yes.
So like if you're at a different side of the town, you can still go.
And I want to do kickboxing.
See?
Oh, yeah.
We'll look forward to all of that, guys, because that will be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be a blast.
I think it'll be really fun.
Oh my goodness.
I think I can take a guest.
I think you can. So we'll be going.
Yeah.
We'll take some videos. Be fun. be a blast.
It's a plan.
If you guys, I'm going to do all the plugs right now, just real quick run through those because our Benchies have been blowing up this whole time. And if you
really
guys don't know who the Benchies are or what it is, it's on patreon.com/OSLP.
Look at this, guys.
Look at that. We're just talking all day long with our people. We have almost 40 people in there. And really we share recipes. We share like events going on in our lives. Right now they're showing some protein shakes of what they're having this morning.
We had a cat off yesterday because Boots was snuggling with me.
Yep.
And so I posted a picture and I was like, this is my snuggle buddy. And then everybody started posting their pets. It was really fun.
It's really fun. The day that I was down, they all sent me a bunch of funny memes and it made me laugh.
Cute.
So it's like great support group. So you guys want to join, go on there. If anything that's $10 or higher, you'll automatically be in the Benchies. No, that way they can get the videos. So if you want all the videos, just do $10 and then you get these before anybody else does. And then go on to YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell. It's very, very, very important. So if you don't have a way to support us like financially, then this is like the easiest thing you can do for us because it pushes us out in the YouTube world. I found out that YouTube is just filled with a bunch of people and people need help with, weight loss surgery. That's our whole point of this. So go just ring that bell. So the more that we have subscribed, the more that it reaches people and we can help more and more every day.
And if you guys are on Facebook, don't forget to share our stuff in Facebook groups.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee most of you are in weight loss surgery Facebook groups.
I know I am.
And I'm in a bunch.
Yep.
And it's half of the people don't even know we're out here.
Yeah. And we need them to know so we can get to those people.
Share. And it's free.
It's free to do.
So if you can't support us financially, that's an easy way for you to do it.
Such an easy way.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening.
We love you guys.
And we will see you
next time. Bye.
I almost want to do like jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Yeah. What are the spirit fingers?
Spirit fingers.